What if I told you the only reason you feel like a failure is because you're trying to win someone else's race? Every single day we scroll through our phones, we see someone richer, smarter, more successful, and we think, why not me? But here's the truth, your journey is not theirs. If a fish tries to fly like a bird, it will feel useless forever, even if it can swim across the entire ocean. And today's story might just change the way you look at yourself forever. Far away, in a peaceful village surrounded by a deep, green forest, lived a boy named Ethan. Ethan wasn't lazy. He wasn't unkind. In fact, he worked harder than most. But he carried a heavy burden in his heart, a habit that stole every bit of joy from his life. He compared himself every single day. When his classmate Liam topped the exams, Ethan told himself, if only I were that smart, maybe people would respect me. When his neighbor Ryan bought a brand new house, Ethan thought, if only I had that much money, maybe I'd finally be happy. When he saw someone running faster or speaking more confidently, the same thought returned. I'll never be like them. And slowly, his smile began to fade. His grades dropped. Things he once enjoyed felt empty. Because when you believe you're not good enough, nothing in life tastes sweet anymore. One day, a man came to the village, Grandpa Joe, a wise, calm man who had traveled the world, listened to thousands of stories, and solved problems that seemed impossible. Ethan gathered his courage and said, Grandpa, I work hard, but I still feel like I'm losing. Others are better at everything. I'll never match up. Grandpa Joe didn't laugh. He didn't say, don't worry. Instead, he said, come to the oldest tree in the village tomorrow morning. The answer you're looking for is there. The next day, Ethan came. The morning air was fresh. The forest was alive with the sound of birds. Grandpa Joe stood under a massive tree that had been there for centuries. Look around, he said. Ethan saw trees of every shape and size. Tall coconut trees, short apple trees, wide banyan trees, thin willows. What do you see? Grandpa Joe asked. Different trees, Ethan replied. Some tall, some short, some with fruit, some without. Grandpa Joe smiled. Now imagine the apple tree saying, I wish I were as tall as the coconut tree. Or the coconut tree saying, I wish I had sweet fruits like the apple tree. How would that sound? Ethan laughed. That would be silly, Grandpa. Exactly, Grandpa Joe said. Every tree here has its own gift. The apple tree gives sweet fruit. The coconut tree stands tall and strong. They are different, but both are important. And so are you. They walked to a pond. Clear water reflected the blue sky. Fish swam peacefully. Birds flew freely above. If the fish wished to fly like the bird, would that be right? Grandpa asked. No, Ethan said instantly. Fish are made to swim. Birds are made to fly. Then why do you want to be someone else? Grandpa Joe's voice was gentle, but his words hit hard. You have your own path, Ethan. Your own strengths. Maybe you just haven't discovered them yet. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. For the first time, he thought, what if I stopped trying to be someone else? He decided to focus on what he could do instead of what he couldn't. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Slowly, his confidence returned. He found joy in his studies again. He discovered he was good at fixing things, building small machines from scrap. Years later, Ethan turned that skill into a business. He became successful, respected, and truly happy. Not because he was like Liam or Ryan, but because he became the best version of Ethan. Whenever someone asked, "How did you do it?" Ethan would smile and say, "Never compare yourself to others. If a fish tries to fly, it will always feel like a failure. But if it swims, it can own the entire ocean. Remember, the sun and the moon don't shine together, but both light up the world in their own way. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you're meant to be if you stop running someone else's race. So, find your path, walk it, own it, and watch the world change around you."